You're staring into the flickering flames of ambition. The career of a firefighter is a journey through heat and ash, where the salary ranges from a modest $30,000 for rookies to a scorching $100,000 for seasoned veterans. You'll face intense physical demands, life or death decisions, and the ever-present risk of danger. Yet, for those who brave the flames, there's no greater reward than saving lives. Welcome to the ladder theory of firefighting, where each rung you climb brings you closer to the top, but the path is not for the faint of heart. You're 16, you're kneeling on the driveway watching the local fire department hold their annual open house. The air is thick with the scent of diesel and burnt wood. You're drawn to the gleaming red trucks, the polished hoses, and the heavy suits that seem to swallow the firefighters whole. At this age, you're not thinking about the $14.90 per hour that the Bureau of Labor Statistics says is the average wage for a part-time gig. You're thinking about the adrenaline, the camaraderie, the heroism. And your first encounter with firefighting might be as a volunteer, a title that comes with no paycheck, but plenty of experience. In small towns across America, volunteers make up about 67% of the firefighting force. You sign up for the Junior Firefighter Program, attending meetings after school where you learn the basics, tying knots, handling hoses, basic first aid. You're issued a used pair of boots and a helmet that smells like sweat and smoke. The firehouse becomes your second home, a place where the walls echo with stories of past blazes and rescues. You learn to navigate the labyrinthine corridors of the station, each door leading to a new discovery. The kitchen, where burnt coffee is a perpetual scent. The gym, where weights clank and treadmills hum under the weight of determined bodies. As you scrub down the trucks, you dream of the day you'll be the one behind the wheel. But for now, you're content to watch and learn, absorbing every detail like a sponge. Your mentors tell you that firefighting is not just a career, it's a calling. And as you sit on the back of the fire truck, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and red, you feel the call deep in your bones. You're 18. The ink on your high school diploma is barely dry, and you've already signed up for the Fire Academy. The Academy is a crucible designed to test your mettle. It's here that you'll earn your first paycheck, around $30,000 a year, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It's not much, but money isn't what drives you. It's the need to prove yourself. Your mornings start before dawn, the alarm clock blaring in the darkness. You pull on your gear, a hodgepodge of donated pieces that fit like they were made for someone else. The academy is a Spartan place, with concrete floors and walls that seem to close in on you. The air smells of sweat and fear. Your instructors are veterans, each with decades of experience, and their voices are gruff, their words laced with wisdom and sarcasm. You're not here to play hero, they say. You're here to become one. The training is grueling, a relentless series of drills designed to push you to your limits. You learn to climb ladders with 50 pounds of gear strapped to your back. You crawl through smoke-filled rooms, your heart pounding in your chest. The physical demands are only part of the challenge. There's the classroom work, too, where you learn about fire behavior, building construction, and hazardous materials. You memorize acronyms like NFPA, National Fire Protection Association, and OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, the governing bodies of your new world. Graduation day comes with little fanfare, but to you it's a triumph. You wear your new uniform with pride, the badge on your chest, a symbol of your hard-earned achievement. You're now a probationary firefighter, assigned to a station where you'll spend the next year proving you belong. The work is tough, the hours long, but every time the alarm sounds, you feel a rush of excitement. You're finally living your dream. You're 22 and the firehouse feels like a second skin. You've shed the label of probationary and now earn around $50,000 a year. The rumble of the fire engine beneath you, the blare of the sirens as you tear through the streets. These are the rhythms of your life. You've learned to trust your instincts honed through countless drills and real-world calls that test your every fiber. You're not just a firefighter now. You're a certified EMT basic, a necessity in this line of work. The patch on your shoulder, a symbol of your dual role as a rescuer and a medic. You carry a stethoscope and a bag filled with Narcan, tourniquets, and epinephrine. The smell of antiseptic mingles with the ever-present odor of smoke, clinging to your gear. Your gear is now all yours, no more hand-me-downs. You invested in a pair of Hakes AirPower XR1 boots, the kind that can stand up to hours on your feet. Your helmet is a Cairns 1044, battle-scarred but reliable. The tools of your trade are extensions of yourself. A halogen bar for forced entry, a thermal imaging camera to see through the smoke, and a streamlight flashlight to cut through the darkness. Your days blur into a cycle of 24-hour shifts. The Firehouse kitchen filled with the aroma of whatever meal someone's thrown together. You've learned to sleep with one ear open, always ready for the next call. The camaraderie is thick, born from shared danger and long hours. You know the quirks and habits of each of your crewmates, and you trust them with your life. Every call is different. It could be a cat stuck in a tree or a 3-alarm blaze that leaves your lungs burning and your heart racing. You've seen the best and worst of humanity, from the gratitude of a family saved to the despair of a life lost. But you keep going, driven by the promise you made to yourself when you first donned the gear. You're 28 now, a veteran in the eyes of the rookies. You've climbed higher on the ladder, reaching a salary of $65,000 a year. You've specialized, earning certifications that set you apart. The smell of smoke is as familiar as your own reflection, and the weight of your gear is as comfortable as an old coat. You've chosen to become a fire inspector, a role that requires an eye for detail and a mind for safety. You've completed courses from the National Fire Academy, earning your Fire Inspector 2 certification. The badge on your uniform now carries the weight of authority, and your days are filled with inspections and code enforcement. You move through buildings, clipboard in hand, eyes scanning for violations that could spell disaster. Your gear is top-notch, tailored to your needs. You wear a pair of Globe Supreme 14 structural fire boots, known for their durability and comfort. Your helmet is a Bullard UST series, equipped with a visor and flashlight mount. Your tool belt carries everything from a digital thermometer to a laser distance meter. You're no longer just responding to emergencies, you're preventing them. You conduct fire drills in schools, teach fire safety classes, and work with community leaders to improve local fire codes. Your knowledge is a shield, protecting those who don't even realize the dangers lurking around them. In the Firehouse, you're a mentor. Guiding the younger firefighters through their early years, you share stories of past blazes, cautionary tales laced with lessons you've learned the hard way. Your experience is a beacon, lighting the way for those who follow. And you've become the firefighter you once looked up to, and the sense of fulfillment is a flame that never dims. You're 34, and the Firehouse is your kingdom. You've risen through the ranks to become a fire captain, commanding a salary of $80,000 a year. The weight of responsibility sits heavy on your shoulders, but you wear it with pride. The Firehouse echoes with the sound of your voice as you lead drills and coordinate responses. Your office is a cluttered space filled with maps, reports, and the ever-present smell of burnt coffee. You've traded your turnout gear for a uniform with captain's bars, though you still keep your Cairns 1044 helmet close at hand. You're the one who makes the calls now, deciding which trucks to deploy, which strategies to use. Your days are filled with meetings and paperwork, but you still feel the thrill of the job every time the alarm sounds. You lead your team with a steady hand, drawing on years of experience to navigate the chaos of a fire scene. You're responsible for their safety, a burden that weighs heavily, but one you would never give up. You've completed advanced courses in fire science and leadership, honing your skills in decision making and crisis management. You're a member of the International Association of Fire Chiefs, keeping abreast of the latest developments in fire safety and management. Your team respects you, not just for your rank, but for the years you've spent in the trenches. You've earned their trust through action, through the times you've stood shoulder to shoulder with them in the heat of battle. You're a leader, but you're also one of them, and that makes all the difference. You're 40, a seasoned veteran of the firefighting world. You've seen it all, from the smallest kitchen fires to the largest industrial blazes. With over 20 years of experience, you've reached the pinnacle of your career, drawing a salary of $100,000 a year. But now, you're looking towards the future, towards life beyond the firehouse. You've decided to retire from active duty, but that doesn't mean you're leaving the world of firefighting behind. You've taken your expertise and opened a fire safety consultancy. Your firm, Fireproof Solutions, offers training and risk assessments to businesses and communities. It's a natural transition and one that allows you to continue your mission of protecting lives, albeit in a different capacity. Your office is a sleek space filled with awards and certifications that speak to your years of service. You've partnered with companies like Honeywell and Kidde to provide the latest in fire safety technology. You conduct seminars and workshops, sharing your knowledge with a new generation of firefighters and safety professionals. Your work takes you across the country, consulting with fire departments and private companies on best practices and safety protocols. You've become a trusted voice in the industry, your name synonymous with expertise and reliability. As you sit at your desk, the morning sun casting long shadows across the room, you realize that your journey has come full circle. You've built a legacy, one that will endure long after you've hung up your helmet for good. The fire still burns within you, but now it's a flame of wisdom and experience, guiding others along the path you once walked. In the end, firefighting is more than a career. It's a testament to the human spirit. It's about standing firm in the face of danger, about the bonds forged in the crucible of adversity. As a firefighter, you've seen the best and worst of life, and you've emerged stronger for it. Your journey through the ranks has been a ladder, not just of success, but of growth. Each rung has brought you closer to understanding the true meaning of courage and sacrifice. And as you step back, you know that the legacy you leave behind will light the way for those who follow.